Oh. 30 seconds!
Oh,
Like,
please.
like that.
Mary!
Like that.
I'm nervous.
15.
Frank, as you come out, as you give it to us, face the music all the way down.
See, we get to work together.
All right, baby.
All right, quiet, everyone. Quiet, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mark and Brian's Christmas Carol, our version of Mr. Charles Dickens' classic.
This morning our cast of characters are Kevin Pollak as Ebenezer Scrooge,
Humbug!
Todd Donahoe as Bob Cratchit,
I'm the luckiest man in the world, having such a fine family.
Jenna Elfman as the ghost of Christmas past,
Look down, Ebenezer, and think back to your youth.
Jim J. Bullock as the ghost of Christmas present,
Have you never seen the likes of me before?
Mark Hamill as the ghost of Christmas future,
I will show you shadows of the things that have not happened.
Frank Murphy as Scrooge's nephew Fred,
Christmas, a humbug?
Scott Wright the Skylord as the gentleman caller,
How much shall I put you down for, Mr. Scrooge?
Mark Hamill as the ghost of Marley,
This is your last chance to escape my miserable fate.
Rita Wilde as Scrooge's fiancée, Belle,
You hold money more important than me, or anything else for that matter.
Laurie Howell as Scrooge's brother Peter,
I've come to bring you home, dear brother Ebenezer.
Miss Yvonne as Mrs. Cratchit,
Mr. Scrooge, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind.
Jill Whalen as Vic the Turkey Fetcher and Cratchit's daughter Martha,
These days, Father walks slower than he used to.
Anthony as Joe and as Jess Harnell, Boy 1, Boy 2, Man 1, Man 2, Man 3, Man 4, Man 5, Man 6, and Man 7.
Manly.
Oh, that's my part.
You're not going to think his things, are you?
Idiot.
Why not? He won't miss him.
Dominique and Engineer Gary as the other Cratchits,
Merry Christmas.
Welcome!
Official Mark and Brian taxi driver Mabratu as Tiny Tim.
God bless us, everyone.
Oh, hell.
and we, Mark and Brian, will be your hosts.
Oh, boy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, boy.
A Christmas Carol.
I know.
It is the year 1844. Despite a bitterly cold weather, all London is in a festive mood. The day before Christmas.
Stop it! Stop it, I say! Away from here with all that noise! We'll have no singing around here, do you understand that? No singing, I say!
A Merry Christmas, sir. No need to wish him a Merry Christmas. That's old Scrooge.
Yes.
That's old Scrooge, all right. Ebenezer Scrooge. And there's no sign of happiness or festivity on his lined face. He closes the door and returns to his office. He looks around, glowers at his clerk, Bob Cratchit, snorts as he sees Cratchit bent over his desk, hard at work. As he adjusts his spectacles and turns, without warning, the door opens.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug!
Christmas, a humbug? Surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
Merry Christmas indeed. What have right to you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Well, it's Christmas time to you, but a time for paying bills without money. A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I had my way, why, every idiot who goes about with a Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. You keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good it's done you.
I have always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, and I say God bless it.
Amen.
Let me hear another sound from you, Bob Cratchit. You'll keep Christmas by losing your situation.
Don't be angry, Uncle. I came here to ask you to spend Christmas Day with Peg and me.
You're a happy sort, aren't you? No, certainly not.
We want nothing from you, Uncle, other than your company for Christmas Day. Won't you change your mind and have dinner with us?
You know my sentiments about Christmas. Good day, Fred.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Humbug.
And a Happy New Year to you.
Bah, humbug.
Pardon me, Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, what is it?
There's a gentleman here to see you.
What about, Cratchit?
He didn't say, sir.
Ah, good afternoon, Mr. Scrooge. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
You got it right the first time. Mr. Marley, my former partner, has been dead 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Ah, then I have no doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
What do you want?
Well, at this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, we try to make some slight provisions for the poor and the destitute. There are many thousands who are in want of just common necessities.
Are there no prisons?
Ah, there are plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses, are they still in operation?
I wish I could say there were not. How much shall I put you down for, Mr. Scrooge?
Now, let's see. Nothing!
Ah, then you wish to be anonymous, Mr. Scrooge?
I wish to be left alone. Let these deserving people of yours go to the establishments I've mentioned.
Ah, I wish most of them would rather die than do that, Mr. Scrooge.
Then let them do that. Help decrease the surplus population. I'm busy, do you hear me? Good afternoon to you.
Ah, very good, Mr. Scrooge. Goodbye, and Merry Christmas to you.
And good riddance to you, charity bar humbug.
Mr. Scrooge, sir?
Well, what is it, Cratchit?
I was wondering...
Yes, you were wondering if you could go home.
Well, yes, sir, it is getting late.
Yes, of course it is. Now go on. I guess you'll have the whole day off tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's quite convenient, sir?
It's not convenient, and it's not fair.
It's only once a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th day of December. I suppose you must have the whole day off. Yes. Well, be here early the next day, understand?
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas.
Christmas. Humbug!
A few minutes later, Scrooge leaves his office and makes his way to his melancholy chambers, a gloomy suite of rooms. By the light of a single flickering candle, he eats a cold supper. Then, to save lighting his stove, Ebenezer retires for the night. The minutes tick away. Scrooge sleeps uneasily, tossing from side to side, and then awakes with a start to a loud clanking sound. Walking toward him, dragging a heavy chain, is a gray, dim figure, which stops at the foot of his bed.
Who are you? What do you want? Who are you? Answer me!
Ask me who I was.
Who you are? Why, you can't be.
Yes, in life I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
But it cannot be so. You're dead.
You don't believe in me?
No, you're nothing but an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese.
Oh, you are wrong, Ebenezer. I am the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Oh, why do you come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death.
No, I don't believe it.
It is then doomed to wander through the world.
Why, Jacob, you're chained. Tell me why.
Oh, I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I wore it of my own free will, Ebenezer. Is its pattern strange to you?
I don't understand.
This chain I wear is as heavy as the one you are now forging.
Jacob, you talk so strangely.
For 7 years I have been dead, traveling the whole time.
Yes, 7 years dead. Traveling all that time, you must have covered a lot of territory.
No rest, no peace, only remorse.
Oh, Jacob, you were always such a good man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. But I heeded none of those. Instead, I thought only of money.
Yes. What is wrong with making money?
Oh, that is your weakness, Ebenezer, as it was mine. That is why I'm here tonight. Part of the reason for my penance. I am here to warn you, Ebenezer.
Warn me?
To help you escape my fate. You have one chance left.
Then tell me how the chance will come.
My time draws near. I must go. Tonight you will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance you mentioned, Jacob? I think I'd rather not.
The first will appear when the bell strikes once. Expect the second at the stroke of 2, and the third as the bell tolls 3.
But couldn't they all come at once and have it over with?
No. And heed them well when they appear. Remember, it is your last chance to escape my miserable fate.
As Scrooge stares in frightened silence, the wraith-like figure of his deceased partner Marley recedes into space. Then, exhausted by the ordeal, Scrooge drops off to sleep.
Oh, my.
In the distance, the steeple clock is heard to strike 1. The curtains of Scrooge's beds are drawn aside, as if by invisible hands. Suddenly, there stands by the bed a strange figure with white hair, holding a sprig of fresh green holly. Scrooge stares and then speaks.
Are you the spirit whose coming was told me by Jacob Marley?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Your past. Rise and walk with me.
Where?
Out through the window.
What? But we are 3 stories above ground. I'm only mortal.
Bear but a touch of my hand upon your heart, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
What are we to do?
I am going to help redeem you. Come, walk with me out into the night, into the past.
Wait.
The wind howls as the ghost and Scrooge walk off into the night. Scrooge is trembling with fright.
Tell me, ghost of Christmas past. Where are we?
Look down, Ebenezer. Think back to your youth.
Why, yes, of course. The river, the meadows. And that's the old school where I went as a lad. But there is no one about.
It's the Christmas holiday. Look into this study hall.
Why, it's empty. Except for a young boy there sitting at a desk, his head in his hands. Oh, left behind, he's crying. Poor chap. No place to go at Christmas. Oh, wait, now he's looking up.
Do you recognize him?
Yes. What? It's me.
Ah. Come, let's look back on another Christmas a year later.
The wind howls again as they move ahead in time to take a closer look at the young Ebenezer Scrooge.
There's the school again. There's a boy pacing up and down in the schoolyard. I wonder who...
Do you recognize him?
Yes, of course. It's me, myself, as a boy. A coach is coming up the roadway. Yes. And now it has stopped. Stopped, I say. A little boy gets out. Oh, look, he's hugging me. Ah, it's my brother Peter.
Shh. Listen to what he says.
I've come to bring you home, dear brother Ebenezer. Father's not mean anymore, and he says you're never coming back here. And from now on, we'll always be together. Just think, we're together for the first time in 4 years.
Brother was such a frail creature. Kind and soft-hearted.
Oh, so he was. He died so very young.
And left a son.
Yes, Fred, my nephew.
He came to wish you a Merry Christmas yesterday.
Yes, why, yes, he did. Oh, please take me back now.
Not yet. There is one more spirit for you to see.
Oh, no more, please. I do not wish to see another.
Must. Several years have passed. In the house below, there sits a young, beautiful girl.
Why, it's It's Belle.
That's right. The girl you were to marry. And there you sit next to her, a young man in your prime. Only now your face begins to show the signs of avarice. There is a greedy...
Yes, avarice. There it is there on my face.
There is a greedy, restless motion in your eyes. Listen to what she is saying to you.
It matters very little to you, Ebenezer. Another idol has displaced me, a golden one. You hold money more important than me, or anything else for that matter. And I am going to grant you your wish. Free you from marrying me. That is what you desire, Ebenezer. I feel so sorry for you.
Oh, Belle. Belle. Spirit, show me no more.
Today, Belle is a happy woman surrounded by her fine children.
What?
Those children might have been yours if you hadn't been so selfish.
What's your point? Take me back! I beg of you!
Scrooge had seen enough of the past and is pleased to be returned to the present were heard. Steeple clock strikes twice. And Scrooge finds himself back in his bedroom. Slowly, his door, though bolted, swings open.
Good morning, Ebenezer. Oh, Ebenezer's so formal. I'll call you Eb. Listen, I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me.
We are practically a giant, yet your face is so young.
Born in Texas, and I never go in the sun. Eb, have you never seen the likes of me before?
I dare say no.
Well, I have many brothers, over 1,800 of them. One for each Christmas since the very first.
Yes, I bet you do. Tremendous family.
Touch my robe, Eb, and come forth with me. I trust you will profit from your journey. We have little time, and there's a place we absolutely must visit. Oh, it's a very poor little part of town, a very poor section of London. Oh, here we are, the one directly below us.
Yes, indeed it is. Who, may I ask, lives here?
An underpaid clerk named Bob Cratchit. Ring a bell?
The Bob Cratchit that works for me.
When did you die and get so smart?
Oh, that woman, those children.
Uh-huh, his wife and family.
Well, there's Cratchit there coming up the stairs now. He's carrying a young boy.
His youngest child, Tiny Tim.
Why, the child he carries has a crutch.
It's because he's crippled.
But what about the doctors?
Oh, Cratchit cannot afford a good doctor, not on his salary, not on 15 shillings a week. Oh, my God, that's Virginia Woolf.
Wait, Virginia.
Shh. Listen.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And a most Merry Christmas.
Father, Tiny Tim.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome. Tiny Tim, sit next to me. Father, let me take your muffler.
And how did Tiny Tim behave at the church?
As good as gold, and better.
Oh.
I was glad to be able to go to church. That's because I want the people to see me.
Now, that's a peculiar thing to say, Tiny Tim.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
That is because I was in God's house. And it was God who made the blind able to see and the lame able to walk. And when the people at the church saw me, I was hoping that they will think of what God can do. And they will say, a prayer for me.
Oh.
Tim, 3 words hooked on phonics.
Oh. I'm certain they prayed for you.
And one of these days, I'm going to get well.
Yes.
And that will mean I can run and play like the other boys.
You will, Tim, one of these days. And now, Mother, the big question. When will dinner be ready?
It's ready now. Just about the finest goose you have ever seen. Martha, you carry it in. Tom, you fetch the potatoes and turnips. Dick, set the chairs around the table.
And I'll sit between Mother and Father.
This is going to be the best Christmas dinner anyone could hope for. I'm the luckiest man in the world, having such a fine family.
Spirit, do you think Tiny Tim was adopted?
Perhaps.
It is such a big goose, isn't it? It's not very big at all. I could eat the whole bird myself, can't believe it.
Well, it's all Bob Cratchit can afford. His family doesn't complain, though.
No.
You know, to them, that meager goose is a scrumptious banquet.
Really?
But more important, much, much more important, Ebenezer.
What?
They are a happy and united group.
Yes.
Look at their shining faces. Listen to him.
What a superb dinner we have had. The tempting meat, the delicious dressing.
And the plum pudding, Father.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
That was the greatest success achieved by Mrs. Cratchit since her marriage.
Thank you for the compliment. I must confess it was good.
And now for the crowning touch. The punch.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Here we are. Get your glasses.
So the members of the Cratchit family clink glasses in a Christmas toast.
First, to the founder of this feast, the man who made it possible. I give you Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. And I'd hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, remember, this is Christmas Day.
Yes, he's a hard, stingy, unfeeling man. You know it, Robert. You know it better than anyone.
My dear, remember, Christmas Day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have my Prozac today. Very well. Very well. I'll drink to his health. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas to him. There, are you happy? To Mr. Scrooge.
To Mr. Scrooge.
And now a toast to us. A Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Oh.
Yes.
Spirit, tell me. Tiny Tim. Will he live?
Well, I see a vacant cab parked in the chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner. It's carefully preserved.
But
if these shadows remain unaltered, then the child will die.
No. Oh, no, kind spirit. Say that he will live, and that he will be spared.
Oh, please. Why concern yourself with him? Isn't it better that he die and decrease the surplus population?
But these poor people must be helped.
Oh, but there are no prisons. And hello, the workhouses, are they still in operation?
Do not taunt me, spirit.
Oh, come on, we gotta go.
I wish to remain.
Oh, we can't remain no longer. Click your heels, we gotta go.
The wind begins to howl again, and Ebenezer Scrooge shortly finds himself standing outside his lodging.
What?
The heavy snow is falling, blanketing the sleepy London.
Oh, my.
There's a steeple bell. It is still early Christmas morning.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Why, you are the third and the last, yes?
I am the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
You're about to show me shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in time.
Scrooge.
Why, you are the third and the last, yes?
I am the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
You're about to show me shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in time. Is that so, Spirit?
Yes, Ebenezer.
Oh, I fear what I am to see.
But Scrooge's fear meant nothing to the ghost, and as the wind rose up, they ventured into the night once again.
Well, why do we stop here on this street corner, Spirit?
Those people standing there, do you know them?
Why, yes. Yes, of course. I do business with them.
Their conversation is interesting.
Oh.
So, when did he die then? Last night, I believe. Or maybe it was the night before. I thought he'd never die. I thought he'd be here forever like Dick Clark or something.
Hey, what's he done with his money? Do you think he gave it to the tax man?
Well, I haven't heard, actually. I mean, he could have left it to his company. One thing is said, and he didn't give it to charity, did he? Are you going to go to his funeral, Big Nose?
Well, first of all, don't call me Big Nose, and the only way I'd go to his funeral is if a free lunch was provided.
Well, the free lunch was the only lunch he'd pay for. But lunch wouldn't be bad. Can't say I blame you.
Spirit, this dead man they're discussing, who is he?
I will show you. Come into this room with me. There is a bed in front of you. On it lies a man. That is, the body of a man. The one those gentlemen on the street were talking about.
Why, you mean no one has come to claim his body?
No one, for he left not a friend behind him. Come closer and look into his face.
No, I would if I could, but I haven't the power.
Then follow me, Ebenezer Scrooge, to yet another scene.
Hey, look here, Joe. Here's our chance.
You're not going to take his things, are you?
I am? Yes, I am. Why not? He won't miss him. Not a dead man.
I suppose not.
Look, every person has a right to take care of themselves or something like that. He always did. Now open that bundle, Joe, and tell me the value of it, eh?
What do you call this? Bed curtains?
Bed curtains? I don't have curtains or a bed. Hey, don't drop that oil upon the blankets now.
His blankets?
Well, who else's would they be? He isn't likely to be cold without him, I dare say.
Oh, Spirit, let me see some tenderness connected with death. If I don't, that lonely body in the dark room will ever haunt me so.
Yes, I know of such a home, one where there is tenderness connected with death. Over there on the poor street, and in this dismal house.
But this house? Why, yes, I've been here before. Bob Cratchit, my clerk, lives here. And there's Mrs. Cratchit and their oldest daughter, Martha.
Your eyes, Mother. You'll strain them working in this bad light.
I'll stop for a while. I wouldn't want to show red, tired eyes to your father when he comes home. Oh, it's time he was here.
Past it, rather. But these days, he walks slower than he used to, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very, very fast indeed. He was very light to carry, and your father loved him, so it was no trouble. Oh, there's someone at the door, Martha. It must be Father.
I'll let him in. Hello, Father. You look tired.
You worked late tonight, Robert.
Yes, I am late.
I'll get some tea for you.
Thank you, Martha.
You went to the grave today?
Yes, I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it was.
I'll see it soon.
I promised him I would walk there every Sunday. My poor Tiny Tim. At least he is rid of his crutch.
Yes, at last, our poor Tiny Tim.
Scrooge turned from the Cratchit family with an anguished cry.
Oh! Tell me, Spirit. Was Bob Cratchit from America? Why did Tiny Tim have to die? Please tell me.
Come, Scrooge. There is still another place to visit. When you see the next place I am taking you, perhaps you will understand.
Wait, this is the graveyard. Why do we stop here?
Look at that tombstone, Scrooge.
No.
Read the name on it.
No, before I do, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they simply the shadows of things that may be?
Read the inscription on the tombstone.
Oh, must I? It reads, Ebenezer Scrooge. No! No, Spirit, no, hear me. I'm not the man I was, I tell you. I will not be like the man you have shown me. I will honor Christmas.
Are you certain of this?
Oh, yes. I will try to keep it alive all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. I will not shut out the lesser of all the spirits have taught me. Oh, please, let me tell it so. Please, I will rub away the writing on the stone.
We shall soon see.
Tell me there's hope, that I may rub away the writing on the stone. Tell me there's hope. What is I'm holding on to? The bedpost. I'm in my own bed. Home? Those bells. They're faint, but yes, I hear them. It must be Christmas. I wonder if it really is.
Scrooge runs to the window. And as he does, the sound of church bells fill the room.
Oh, you boy, down there.
Yeah, did you call me, sir?
Oh, yes, of course I did. What day is it today, lad?
Today? What? It's Christmas Day, sir.
Oh, it is. And to think the spirits have done it all in one night, I say.
What did you say, sir?
Hey, young boy, do you know the poulterers on the next street?
Oh, I should say so.
Oh, such an intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold that prize turkey that was in the window?
The one as big as me?
A delightful boy, yes. Yes, the one as big as you.
It's hanging there now.
Good. Now go and buy it. I'm in earnest here. Here's the money here, catch. There's not very much after on that. Let me get you some more. Here, try this. If that's not enough for will have to come back. Anyways, deliver the turkey to Bob Cratchit on Golden Street in Camden Town. Do you know where it is?
But sir, there will be considerable change left over.
I doubt it, but keep it there.
I thank you, sir.
Don't let Mr. Cratchit know who sent the turkey. It's a surprise, do you understand, lad?
Yes, sir.
Such a delightful boy. A Merry Christmas to you.
This was just the first of many good things that Scrooge would do for people on Christmas Day. Filled with good cheer and blessed with the Christmas spirit, he set out to make up for all the years that he had neglected.
Who could that be at the door? Who could that be? Why, bless my soul, Uncle!
Yes, friend. You're Uncle Scrooge. I can't believe you knew it was me before I knocked. I've come for Christmas dinner. Now let me in. I have a present for your good wife. Where is she? And I'm going to be one of your most persistent guests from here on out. I've changed my boy. You'll see.
The next morning, Scrooge arrived at his office before his usual time to await Bob Cratchit's arrival.
He's late. On the day after Christmas, Bob Cratchit's late for work. Oh, isn't it splendid? Here he comes. Well, now, Cratchit. What do you mean by coming in so late this morning?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Scrooge. I beg your pardon. I'm sure I know I'm a few minutes late.
Yes, 18 and a half minutes to be precise. Step this way, Cratchit, if you please. Now, I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And so, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you a raise of salary.
Mr. Scrooge!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas that I've given you in a long year. I shall raise your salary. Yes, that's what I'll do indeed. And do all that I can to help you and your family, especially that strange little tiny Tim. Now make up the fire and buy another scuttle of coal before you're another dot, another I.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did everything he promised, and infinitely more. He became a regular visitor to his nephew's home, and even took Fred into business with him. He raised Bob Cratchit's salary to a figure that left the bewildered gentleman gasping. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father.
He provided doctors for the little lad, and very soon Tiny Tim will have his wish. He will be able to throw away his crutch and run and play like the other boys. As for the three spirits, Ebenezer Scrooge never saw them again. That was due to the unchallengeable fact that Scrooge, for the rest of his days, helped keep alive the spirit of Christmas. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone. Partner.
take a break and return to the Mark and Brian program right after this. Stay where you are. 95.5 KLOS.
Everybody stay where you are so we can talk to you after we come back from the break.
Take a picture. Classic, you guys.
Hey, good.
The station is ready. I want you guys to do something here during this commercial break or during the next.
Thank you.
What I want you to do is Mark and Brian, we'll be back after this. 95 KLOS.
Oh, okay.
When do we replay it? Because I'm thinking on that 7 a.m. hour on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. That's...
we can replay, but we'd have to put a break in it there. And then classic. And then I have you come back, and we can edit it into one of those music things easily. You know, we have her fade it down, take a break. That's not that part's not a big problem. Okay. So I want you.
I've got seats for OJ. I'm covering it for Access Hollywood. I've been covering Grodin, the guy who... That was great, you guys. Can we do it after? Yeah, okay, that would be best. Yeah, that was class.
Where's Bill Leonard? Can we do a picture with everybody?
I was the only one not funny. I got to run because I'm covering the trial. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh, you want the picture real quick? Yeah, I'll do that.
Everybody, let's get a picture. Photo up. Mark's good. Photo up. You guys hold the sign. Photo.
Yeah. Photo. Everybody up front for a photo here.
Photo up. Photo up. We're gonna add a little bit of time crunch because we're in commercial.
Work.
Todd, we need you up front.
Everyone get in real close together.
We'll dance some zeros on the back. Photo up. Down. photo opportunity? Photo opportunity?
Yes.
Tiny Tim! Follow up!
Drop that mic.
Have many
Which
bikes.
camera do we look at?
All of them.
Where's Sean Kennedy?
Tiny Tim. With all of them. Click your heels and let's go.
Give me angry. What's the angry? All right.
Angry.
Cool.
Madonna and Avita. Night after night sky.
I think we're done.
Thank you for waiting for that, Mark.
How far before we're back, Gary?
How much time do we come back, Frank?
Gary, how long before we're back?
Frank, how much time do we come back? Oh, that'd be cool. See you later. Have a good Christmas. All right. Stand by about 1 minute. 1 minute. Mark, 1 minute so we can chat. Quiet. A little more than a minute. Got it. Yeah, let's bring everybody back in position.
Everybody get back by a mic.
Back in position so we can talk to you on the air. 1 minute.
Good, 1 minute.
I never laid a hand on you.
I swore the Beatles were in the room.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Ringo.
All right, here's your option.
Don't even know.
Oh, that's so
We can call up Tim the Day and call these people.
Your choice. You want to talk to them?
Can we say hello to everybody? Goodbye, take another break, or come back and
Right. Okay. The question is, do you want to talk to the person or just read the letter?
That's your favorite letter. Let's do it. Let's just read the letter.
Okay, but they're not. You will not be able to call them.
I'll try one more time.
All right.
It was
Then
That sounds right.
like a little girl with the deepest one. It was this one first, right? Yeah.
put your headphones on so you keep away from the mic.
Okay. 20 seconds.
I think the narration saved it. Huh? Whoa, Nelly, welcome back to the Mark and Brian radio program. What do you say after that? That was, number one, the best it's ever been, obviously.
Oh.
Number two, it was a classic! The talent that was in this room.
Do I have a shot at an Emmy now?
Yeah, you know what?
Jenna?
With that work, first of all, let us say on our own behalf how much we, Mark and Brian, appreciate the talent you guys shared with us. You came down and you did this, and my God, it just was out of control good. Thank you all for sharing your free, not being paid, not receiving a check, your free time.
Oh,
Go to hell.
You guys aren't getting paid?
And hey, everybody, Signic Sound Deluxe. How about
What about that orchestra?
Swiftwater Mary.
How about Mr. Mark and Brian?
Narrators extraordinaire. All right, and of course the man who played Scrooge, he could have done so many things with that because he is so many things, but he did it the way he did it, and it was classic the way he did it. Kevin Pollak. Thank you. You can act and stuff.
Now, you'll give me back the photos and the negatives, right?
Superman. Cratchit, amazing. You'd know it was me before I opened the door.
And that coin toss down the kid for the turkey, that was something.
Y'all, he had to go, but as Marley's ghost and as the ghost of Christmas future, Mark Hamill
was great.
As the ghost of Christmas present, she's kind of a low-key ghost.
Yeah, it really just, it was almost hard to hear him.
Jim J. Bala.
Yes!
So funny.
I am such a fine actor / talk show host / game show whore. I've done it all, folks.
course, as Mrs. Cratchit, Miss Yvonne.
Never has the boy below the window at the end of the play been better than when it's done by a girl. Jill Whelan.
Now, Jess, you did how many? What would there were 8 parts, I think, in one scene.
There were a bunch. It was
and I thought
schizophrenic today, man.
Did I hear George and Paul and Ringo? And,
Yeah, you know. Well, what I thought I'd do is, can you hear me? Is this thing on? Hello. You know, I thought I'd work all the Beatles in if I could. So I started, I think, with John, and then I went into Paul like this, you know, and then all of a sudden I think I was doing George next, and then I went down for Ringo at the bottom.
Jeff Harnell. All right, Jenna.
Yeah.
Babe. That past ghost thing, rockin'.
Thank you.
Rockin'.
Todd Donahoe, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cratchit. And I think he was from America.
Was Kevin poking fun at my upper Midwestern accent?
No, I think so.
Yeah. Hey, is Cratchit from America?
I believe that's a northern Indiana dialect.
I was moved personally by the clarity.
Aren't you from the Calumet region?
Oh, that's good.
He went to university in Bloomington. And of course, playing Tiny Tim, can we hear it for our official taxi driver of Blackpool? But brought you one more time for us. Give us that last line, and God bless us, everyone.
God bless us, everyone.
And then it was Joe. Is that right, Anthony?
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Babe, let me tell you something.
Hey.
Yeah, did I hear accent in that?
Was there?
Baby.
I couldn't tell because it comes so naturally.
Anthony.
Good job. Yes.
I was afraid something was going to secrete out of you.
No, don't say no, Vinny! Although she's
Yeah, the meters were pegging. Lori as playing a dude, actually, playing son Peter.
Thank you.
Excellent job, Lori.
You know, I think that was actually a turning point. Did you notice that turning point in Ebenezer's whole life there? I think that line really
came through right then.
Pivotal
that moment.
Pivotal moment.
It was pivotal.
Rita, it was Belle.
Belle.
Hey. All right, now, not many of you had a chance to notice it because you were reading your scripts and very involved in, of course, the work of the scene. But as the Cratchit's family, listed as Cratchit Plus, engineer Gary and Dominique. All
right. Kind of a difference this year than any other year. Usually, Skylord, Scott Rife, does his part from his helicopter, and we thought we were going for a little more realistic version this time.
I think I'm going to be back home with a helicopter.
So thank you, Scott. Thank you. Great job.
All right, well, listen.
Wait. Who is the sexiest?
The sexiest?
Jeez.
You know, Mabratu's hard to beat. Yeah, I got to tell you. You know,
I'm still waiting for an answer.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to be like Cameron Crowe and not leave till you answer.
Okay. Miss Yvonne, ladies and gentlemen, came all the way. She lives close by, don't you, Miss Yvonne?
Yes, I do. Just a few blocks away.
You made it a very warm, very wonderful time. Thank you very much. No cleavage today. Miss Yvonne.
Now, we mentioned him earlier, but this is the first year we've ever taken this presentation out of the studio and brought it to another location. And these guys, I think you guys have worked for months on this. We had meetings and they talked about the sound effects and this and that, but how much we drastically appreciate not only the hard work, but the location. Signet Sound Deluxe Studios.
All right, and we also, a big thanks to a guy that wasn't even going to do it because he was so busy stressing out and trying to put it together. The guy that got in contact with every one of the people you heard. And the guy that did a great job as, was it Fred? Or
Yeah, Fred.
As Fred.
Great job as Fred.
Mr. Owl.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, we're going to take one more quick break. What? Mary?
Did you like the music, Hank? It was brilliant.
Yeah, we did. Again,
Yes,
Mary.
yes.
People. Thank you all. Excellent job, Mary. Because of the fine folks at Kmart, we got a hold of an Elmo doll this week. Yes, and
we treated it right.
if you know what we mean. So we asked listeners to please send us a letter or a fax as to the most deserving young'un who needed and wanted this Elmo doll. When we return, we will share this letter of the winning child who will receive this Elmo for Christmas.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Mark and Brian radio program. 95.5 KLOS. Great.
Well, I go through the letter. We can get a little B-roll of you in action. Whatever happened to low jack?
We did that yesterday. A lady took it.
I know, someone took it and found it. I mean, they tracked it, and then I had to get it out of the car.
It was actually almost an anticlimactic ending.
So,
we pulled
is
the
this
car over. We can
Christmas Eve?
The fact that they had taken it to kind of giggle.
What do you mean? Is this talking about Christmas Eve?
Yeah, my plan is, in fact, I was going to have them record something right here.
It was kind of over. It didn't have a big chase
line up after the show because they have to record after this, and now we return too. Okay. So can we keep? And can you notify the station?
So good, man.
Windows.
I was right there the whole time. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Eyes closed and everything.
So we need to get her.
Don't go anywhere.
She knows how to pop it up.
We're gonna come
When
back.
do you want to do that? After the show is over?
Partner.
Yeah, you do.
What's up?
I got him behind the scenes. I'm behind the scenes today. All right.
Be quiet, please. Quiet for a moment, please.
What are we doing?
Bill's getting a little B-roll.
Mr. Scrooge, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind. Thank you.
No, I can remain no longer. Come on, click your heels. We gotta go.
You got again?
No, I can remain no longer. Click your heels. We gotta go.
So nailed it.
Today, Belle is a happy woman surrounded by her fine children. Those children might have been yours if you hadn't been so selfish. If you know what I mean. Today, Belle is a happy woman surrounded by her fine children. Those children might have been yours if you hadn't been so selfish.
About 2 minutes, guys.
So strong.
Can't give
Okay.
All right, kids, let's screw this up. Take a look.
You boy down there! What day is it today, man? The biggest beer and better all the one night. Unbelievable, I say. You know the poster on the next street. An intelligent boy. A remarkable boy indeed.
Come on. Quiet, please. Do it one more time. If you would.
Do it again. Shh, but I don't want to. You boy down there, what day is it today? And to think the spares have done it all in one night. One night, I say. Say, do you know the posters on the next street? An intelligent boy. A remarkable boy. Get that camera out of my face, I say.
That's all you got then?
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Jess, go actually, can we do Jess?
Wonderful, of course.
1 minute.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Go ahead, go to Jess.
Do it quick.
Okay.
You too.
Get out, Faces. Are you ready? So, when did he die then? Oh, I think it was last night. Perhaps it was the night before. I thought he'd never die. Thought he'd be here forever like Dick Clark. Hey, what's he done with this money? Do you think he'd give us a tax man?
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas and happy nice meeting you.
God bless everyone.
This is the Elmo letter, and
30 seconds.
use that one. 30. This is the Elmo letter.
I'm glad I got a chance to work it.
She's the best one. Okay, Brian? Yeah. This is the Elmo letter. She's got voicemail on, not available by phone. However, that's the one.
Are we done now?
Oh, Mary. Out of control. Thank you.
Hey.
We're back, Mark and Brian. This will be our last break from the Signet Sound Deluxe studio in Hollywood. Man, if you're just joining us, you missed something so incredibly special. But you can hear it again on Christmas Eve. It'll be re-aired on KLOS on Christmas Eve.
If just in case you tuned in like midway through it and you heard part of it and you realized, hey, I bet this was pretty good, you can hear it again, as Brian just mentioned, on Christmas Eve morning in the 7 o'clock hour. Is that right, Mr. L?
That's the plan.
7 o'clock hour. Hear it again. Okay, so now we told you we have this Elmo doll, and we have been receiving faxes and letters for the last week as to the most deserving child.
By the thousands. Guess it's a pretty popular toy. And this is the one that the judges picked.
Dear Mark and Brian, my daughter Allison is one of the most sweet and generous people I know. She's only 6 years of age and is given capacity unrivaled by an adult. Not only does she give her Halloween candy to her brothers, she passes it out among the neighbor children and never expects anything in return. Most notably, however, is her recent understanding of her grandfather's terminal illness and death. When we went to visit my father for the last time, she spent the entire week trying to make him comfortable and cheerful. She would spend endless time drawing copies of his wooden miniatures to cheer him up. His miniatures were his retirement hobby and meant the world to him. She spent his every waking minute with him, giving him hugs and kisses and letting him know how much he meant to her. When he wouldn't eat, she would go into the kitchen and ask me to make him some toast and cut it into the shape of a heart. How could he refuse them? She would act as a waitress and bring him his meals on a tray and insist that he eat something.
When he finally passed away, she couldn't do enough for my mother, my sister, and myself. At the funeral, she behaved like gold, holding my mother's and my hand for comfort. Never have I witnessed such compassion for a young child, from a young child, as I did that day and the next few days afterward. No one ever told her she had to behave. She just knew.
I feel she deserves a shot at this Tickle Me Elmo doll since she is a very special child, and I know she'll be very special. She'll be a very special adult someday. Happy holidays, sincerely, Jane. P.S. I have some really funny Christmas jokes. All right, so there you go. This is the young lady we're going to let have this Elmo doll.
Oh, we called earlier to let her know that the kid gets it, and it was just the answering machine, but we're sure she's listening now, so congratulations for being a good mother.
All right, you know, I'll tell you, we're about to take off on some vacation time ourselves. We're going to be gone until shortly after the first of the year.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we kind of need it.
A little crunchy, a little toasty. Somebody let out a little tutor. But now I for one, I'm going to get up and hear this on Christmas Eve morning at 7 o'clock. I mean, hell, sleeping in till 6:59 is sleeping in for us. So this really just turned out so well. Thank you all for donating your time and coming in and doing that. It was just fabulous.
Kevin, Mr. Pollack.
What?
So you been to Paris? Where'd the hat come from, Kev? What's up with that?
I was in Toronto, actually.
That's right. You just finished a film.
Hey, maybe I did. All right.
Maybe this is a good time to promote it or something.
I'll come back when it's coming out.
Okay. So I can get the cash for it.
Yeah.
Get people in the studio.
Oh, that's cool, Mark Ryan. Call up, do a limitation. You get to promote anything. Amazing. Kevin, that was just a tremendous job. I had no idea what to expect from you because you never do.
Well, I was trying to preface it earlier by saying when I read it, last night and realized that it was a straight piece, I figured the joke moments would come when they would, and they did. But for the most part, I just remembered, like you mentioned, the Mr. Magoo, I just remembered watching the Scrooge as a kid and how actually moving it was.
It is.
And the idea of doing something moving on the Mark and Brian show was insane, if not ridiculous.
Well,
I went for it, man.
Got to tell you, as you all know, you trained actors, you guys were bent over a script and watching everything, and even though you got to hear it, wait until you hear it back. I mean, it is really very powerful and moving. Even the ones we've done in the past were good, but this one really ought to be something to see.
I don't know if you felt this, but when you were doing Scrooge, Kevin, about, I don't know, your third line, I was like, he's got to do this in the movie. We got to see you do this.
You know, when it first
got
came,
to see you do Scrooge.
You know, when it first came, the very first time where it was like wow, was when Marley's ghost came in the room. And Hamill was nailing it, the sound effects and the breathing and the wind and the grunting and the whatever. And
cool.
It was just, there were several really key moments in it.
Do you think Tiny Tim was adopted?
Hey.
I couldn't help myself.
You gotta when you gotta.
Yeah, Miss Yvonne was perfect as Mrs. Cratchit. She, of course, made total sense with the accent. And then you got Tiny Tim and Bob Cratchit, apparently not from the 1800s England.
Apparently.
Yeah. But God bless them. Everybody gave.
Yeah.
Still giving.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up and get out of here. We, as we told you at the Christmas show, how much we appreciate the fact that you tune into this dial position. There are so many different stations you could choose from. A lot of good talent in the morning in Los Angeles, California, and other cities, but you chose ours. Please know how much that means to us, and we will be back in '97 with hopefully a stronger year even.
Merry Christmas to you. We'll miss you very much.
Merry Crimble.
See you soon. Be good humans.
Peace.
Bye.
Yay.